Hi, I'm LDS in Medium, and thank you so much for tuning in today. I want to try to bring religion and spirituality closer together, and this is what this pod is all about. I will talk about my own thoughts and feelings as I am both LDS and have spiritual gifts, something that I've had my whole life, but I always thought that it was hard to combine these gifts with my religion. This has torn me into two directions, and I have talked to many people who feel the same way. I can't choose not to have my spiritual gifts, but I can choose how I use them. And I always want to use them for good and to help others. I believe my heavenly parents gave them to me for a reason. So, this is me. Join my quest for knowledge. December 9th. So now we come to the part of his life that I find fascinating. In Luke 4:18, "The Spirit of the Lord is upon me, because he hath anointed me to preach the gospel to the poor. He hath sent me to heal the brokenhearted, to preach deliverance to the captives, and recovering of sight to the blind, to set at liberty them that are bruised." Is that what he was sent here to do? And I read in verse 32, "For his word was with power." How much power does our words hold? Do we use our words in a good way, or do we use it to hold ourselves back? I know most of my life I did the latter, both with the thoughts I had in my head, but also with the words I used about myself. If our words are powerful, we should use them wisely and lovingly. In this chapter, Jesus commandeth an unclean spirit to leave a man's body. If this was the thing back in the days, how often does it occur here and now? How do we deal with unclean spirits? Or are we ignoring it? I think about it a lot, and have always thought of it ever since I was young. It's been something that has troubled me. He then goes to Simon's house, where Simon's mother-in-law is sick with great fever. Jesus stands over her and rebukes the fever, and it left her. I had to Google the word rebuke to get the meaning in Swedish, but what it means in Swedish is telling someone the right way, which for me means that he talked to the fever and made it go away. Once again, he used his voice. After that, he put his hands on everyone sick with divers disease and healed them. How common was divers disease? How did they get sick? Did they hunt for pearls deep in the waters? In verse 41 we can read, "And the devils also came out of many." Devils, as in plural. Is it a name of the unclean spirits to call them devils? Is devil also just a title on a being like angels and devils? In chapter 5 verse 12 we can read, "And it came to pass that when he was in a certain city, behold, a man full of leprosy, who seeing Jesus fell on his face and besought him, saying, Lord, if thou wilt, thou canst make me clean. And he put forth his hand and touched him, saying, I will, be thou clean. And immediately the leprosy departed from him." I get goosebumps and chills reading about this. We can go down to the story about the man with palsy. He was laying in bed and his friends took him to Jesus to get healed. But there were so many people standing around, so they took him up to the ceiling and lowered him down. When Jesus saw their faith, he tells the man, "Thy sins are forgiven thee." This makes the Pharisees and the scribes upset, because who is this man to forgive someone's sins? Only God has the power to do that. Jesus sees their hearts and says, whether it's easier to say, "Thy sins be forgiven thee," or to say, "Rise up and walk," but that ye may know that the Son of Man hath power upon earth to forgive sins. He said unto the sick of palsy, I say unto thee, Rise, and take up thy couch, and go into thine house. I love how he addresses the illnesses, like they are beings of their own. He commandeth the fever, so it left, the leprosy left, and the palsy left. How powerful are words! How do you speak your health into reality? Priesthood holders that give blessings, how does the word spoken out loud heal? Be the light, share the light, spread the light, shine. This is my journey. Thank you so much for keeping me company today. Please download, like, share, and subscribe, and help spread the light and spread the word to expand our community. Let's bring more love, peace, and unity to this world. Take care of yourself and your loved ones. Always be grateful, kind, and loving. Be brave and remember to step out of your comfort zone and smile. If you support us on Patreon, you will get access to our meditations and extra materials so you can download them as MP3. Also, we now have a Facebook group, which you can access from our Facebook community. Please answer the questions as you apply to participate. It will be a safe haven where we can keep discussing religion and spirituality, our spiritual gifts, and self-development. Remember, one person can make a difference, but together we can change the world.